Digital books are actually better over physical books. What do I mean by digital books? Now, these days, because of how technology has evolved, we all know that you don't need to necessarily physically go to the library to acquire a book or any media, in fact. And in my own opinion and in my own using, I found that their digital books are actually better than physical books. It is actually better to get your books digitally, that is from the internet, rather than going to the library to look for it. And there are several reasons why I stand with my opinion. And yes, I know most of you will be against it, but let me change your mind. And hopefully, by the end of the video, you will change your mind from going to the library to go get your books and simply going to the web and, getting a subscription from apps like Kindle, Audible. You know, this also applies to audiobooks. So, I started reading books. This is a little backstory. I started reading books during the half end of last year, that is 2025. And yeah, I found it easier to, acquire digital books easier rather than acquiring physical books. And there are a couple of reasons. Number one, which I had not planned for, which has just come into my head, one is cost. Let's us discuss how does cost apply to digital books. Let's take a book, for example, like 48 Laws of Power. 48 Laws of Power from the country I'm in, Kenya, it goes for around 4,300. It is a very old book by Robert Greene, and it is quite expensive, a very huge book. One can also buy the Concise Laws of Power, which is just a brief summary of that book, and you won't get the exact page to page, you know, experience of the original, but at least you get the whole idea of the book. Now, the cost, why I rate the cost is because there is something I'm going to tell you, and I'm not encouraging people to do it. Out there, we all know there are those, hackers who pirate books. I'm not encouraging you to be a hacker, but it doesn't hurt to go on the internet and search for these pirated books. I mean, you know, I'm not encouraging you to hack or to pirate books, but there are tons of, people who have uploaded books, the exact copy, but in, digital format. And it is easier to acquire them. Maybe you pay a small fee and you are able to download this book and read it compared to when you had to buy a physical book. And you can do this on your phone or on your tablet, computer, laptop, all that. The point is, it is cheaper because that subscription will open you to more books, more things to read compared to going to the library. If they don't have this book which you want, you can't read it, and in most cases they are expensive. So that is number one on my list. It is less expensive. Digital books are less expensive if you opt for the pirate way, but you can also, get a subscription from apps and, yeah. The second reason why digital books are better than physical books is because of portability. What do I mean by portability? I have my phone. My phone, phones these days are very light. They weigh only a few grams. I have my laptop. You can get a MacBook. They are very light laptops out there. You can carry them to the library. You can carry them to a coffee shop, at school. And in that laptop, you can have almost like 50 to 100 books. Because normally a full book, let's say around 300 pages, it will only take storage space of around 10.8 MB, or even sometimes 5 MB, or even is it a kilobyte? I'm not sure, KB. My point is, they take a very small storage on your phone compared to your physical book. I can carry 50 books here on my computer, my phone, but trust me, that is impossible if I had the physical book. So portability, that is something that is very important for me. I want to be able to go to a coffee shop and maybe while I'm drinking my coffee, I just, you know quickly open up my laptop and, just open up, let's say, 48 Hours of Power, and bam, I start reading. And it just came out of nowhere. Or even maybe on my phone, I wasn't planning on reading it, but because it is there, it's better than playing video games. So portability is a big deal for me. So yeah, that is another major reason why digital books are better: portability. The other one is easier referencing. I'm not sure if I put that point well, but what I mean by easier referencing, to open the book is much easier. For physical book, you need to look for it like literally physically. If it is in your room, you need to remember where you placed it last. If it is on your bookshelf, you need to go and search it well. That is if you read a lot. If it is in the library, it is a whole other maze. You need to go to the exact floor if it has floors, the exact shelf, the exact alphabet, the exact category. I mean, you'll be tired by the end of it. But on your computer, on your phone, just go to your file manager, type in the book, it pops up. Very easy to open. The only barrier between you and the book is your phone password or your computer password. So my point is, you know, getting to read the book is a very seamless process on your electronic device, laptop, computer, you name it, even your phone, rather than physically going to look for the book. So I know these aren't very serious issues, but to me they are kind of deal breakers, and I always opt for digital books. Again, safety from damage. Very safe from damage. Books, papers. Paper is made up of trees. It gets wet, kaboom, it becomes damaged and you cannot use it again. So I really think that electronic media is safer because right now, with the way technology has advanced, we have things like the cloud. You can simply, download 50 books, upload it to the cloud, and it gets stored for maybe 100 years if you get to live that long. My point is, these books are much safer when they're in your, laptop, computer, even USB, compared to when you have them physically. And I don't know. It is much safer. Yes, your computer may get damaged, it get all that, but reacquiring them is easier. You know, you can always subscribe. Let's say you have a Kindle account, your phone gets, watery, it gets damaged. You buy a new phone, you can simply log into that account and you acquire all the books you had. That is not the same case if you bought a book from a library, it gets damaged. You go back to the library, you tell them, I bought this book, but it got damaged. But since I bought from you, can you please give me another one? It doesn't work like that. So safety from damage, that is number one and a very key element. The other one is security against theft. I know it may seem odd because I know there are hackers out there, viruses, but I don't know who will, unless I'm the author of the book, I don't think there is anyone who would target me to put a virus on my computer because I have a book. And in any case, most of my books I will try to save them to a USB port. Your physical books, on the other hand, you may be at the library, you have maybe, my goodness, there was a lizard, very scary. Yeah. So you may be at the library and maybe you are reading some books, maybe 2 to 3 books, and you fall asleep. Someone comes by, and mind you, you lent them. The library rented them to you. Maybe you went with it home. Some fell. Maybe other your family member took it or it got stolen. Some books are actually stolen. People are searching for knowledge these days. My point is, once that book gets stolen, it's over for you. But I doubt anyone will try to steal a book from my Kindle or maybe my Audible account. Very, very rare. And if in case it happens, you know, there is a way to recover it. Who steals books online? I mean, it doesn't make sense unless it's pirated. I mean, there is a lot of security having knowing that it is, on the cloud on my electronic device. And in case anyone steals my computer, my phone, like I doubt the first thing he's going to do is, yeah, I stole this dude's books, all that stuff. I highly doubt it. So that is reason number four. Not reason number five. The last and final reason is storage space. Most modern computers, phones, tablets, they come with a reasonable amount of storage. 128 gigs currently, and above. I doubt these days in the big 2026, there are phones which will come with 64 gigs. 64 gigs is barely enough to handle these softwares today. But my point being, if you download a book or whichever way you get to access a book, I doubt it will be more than 10 MB. And in case it is 1,000 pages, which I highly doubt, most books which are 300 pages, they are around 10 MB, 20 MB, but I doubt there is one which will surpass 100 MB. I highly doubt. My point is, it is possible to store a large amount of books, an entire library, on your computer or on your phone, because they take up very small amount of space. And personally, I think it is much better to read on your computer than physically having the book. But my point is that you could carry more books on your computer rather than having it physically. So yeah, Those are the reasons why I think digital books are better than physical books. But again, it is my own personal opinion. I just came up with this idea because a friend of me saw me reading books on my computer. He asked me, "Dude, why don't you just buy the book?" And I decided just to make this video. So yeah, what is your write down in the comments which book do you prefer, digital or physical books, and tell me a reason why. So yeah, personally I prefer digital over physical ones. And yeah, I know it is against the rule. Right now as I'm filming this video, PlayStation has decided to, to permanently remove physical media and to go for only digital media. It is a bit, I'm not supporting PlayStation, but in terms of books, I think it is better to have digital ones. But yeah. But if you're a collector, you love collecting books, seeing your shelf, you go into your room, you see your bookshelf full of books, big up to you. And yeah, let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.